All right. Love it. All right, we'll give it a couple minutes. Christine's not with us today. She is actually taking a break, which is well deserved, and I'm happy that she's getting a little break away for a minute so she can recharge. So we're gonna have a good live training. I'm excited. A lot of things happening in the AI wellness universe. All right.
So Gary, I noticed somebody came in with a note taker.
Yes, I noticed that.
Um, I would love to know what you know about note takers because I don't let note takers come to my meetings. Um,
Right. I know Christine doesn't like to allow them unless the person is present, which I think I kind of like that rule myself too. I think
but
it'll kind of transcribe the meeting for them so they don't have to show up. I've never used them myself either.
but it's another AI tool, correct?
Yes.
Well, do you have an opinion about them?
Well, I'm not a big fan. I've never used them, so I don't know, but I think it's important to show up to these things, especially when you're an entrepreneur. The big part of everything is showing up and taking action. That's what
Okay.
we talk about often. So I think that's important. It's hard to, I realize people are busy. They're trying to multitask. Maybe they have other meetings. They're trying to attend several meetings at once, but I prefer the person to be present and engaged because I think that's important for success.
Okay, just I was a little bit curious about the tech as well. But it's not important. It's we know enough.
Right, right. I know they're becoming more popular, and I'm starting to see them at several meetings. And I notice a lot of people like to throw them out in different meetings that I've been on. So, I'm not kind of really sure where that's going to end up in the future. I mean, eventually you might just have nobody showing up and just a bunch of note takers. I mean, what fun is that, right?
If I may chime in here, I don't know how to stop my note taker because I'm not allowed to join a Zoom meeting unless I allow my note taker. So I rely on the host to just not let my note taker in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I
I,
know
I can't
she
join
allows them.
any Zoom meeting without my note taker.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
I don't know.
Christine doesn't mind them if the person is there with it too, and I think that makes sense. If they want to have a record of the meeting and they show up, then I think that's probably okay. But I like the engagement. I like everybody to be here. Hi, Eva. How are you? It's good to see you.
Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Everything's good. Christine's away on holiday for a few days, so I'll be doing the live training. And there's Gail. I'm excited because we have so many new things to talk about and things to go over as usual. Wow, we're having a full house today too. Gail, Elaine, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you.
I'm on the road, so I can't come on camera.
Oh, okay, Elaine, not a problem. Glad to have you here. It's good to hear your
Thank you.
voice. I don't know what this tech dom is. Let's see. Let's let him in and see what this is about. We'll start in about a minute.
Gary, if you need to mute me if the sound of my car is too loud, okay?
Okay, I don't hear anything now, so you're good. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll, uh, it's noted. Thank you. We're gonna start in a minute.
So you're flying solo today?
I am. Christine's away for a few days, having a nice break, so I'm letting her enjoy that time away with her husband and brother-in-law, and she'll be back tomorrow. So we're taking the reins today and have a good live training. I don't know what this pet gom is. If you're there, can you let me know that you are actually a person? Maybe turn your camera on for a second or say hello. I'd like to know who's attending these meetings. I'm not sure what that is or who that is or what that name is. So I'll give you a little bit of time to respond. If not, I'll have to remove you. All right.
Which is
Sometimes
the
I
app?
just
Go ahead.
sometimes I just put those persons in the waiting room and then they figure out that they're not in the meeting and they can text, you can text them and say, we need to know who you are. I think they can text you back. I'm not sure.
Good idea. Good idea, Feather.
The chat does go into the waiting room. I've never had anybody chat with me from the waiting room though. Not sure.
No,
No, you can't do that.
I've never seen anyone in the waiting room say, let me in.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's one step. One step closer. This is always evolving. I mean, I'm surprised at how many times, I'm on Zoom multiple times a day since before the pandemic. And I am amazed at how frequently there's something I haven't seen before. It's new, right? And I feel like I'm always trying to keep up with what's new, Gary.
Right, and so many things are changing, and we're on Zoom. Many days I'm on Zoom 6, 7 hours straight. It's crazy. But we've had so many calls and so much interest in people coming in, and then collaboration calls, meetings, and yeah, there's a lot going on right now. It's fun, it's exciting, it's busy in a good way. So I'm enjoying it. And okay, we're gonna get started. Let's do this. I'm
I
gonna
did. I read this morning that the AI is doubles every 3 months. It's 16 times more powerful in 1 year. In 2 years, it's 256 times more powerful. And in 5 years, thanks to exponential growth, it will be 1 million times more powerful. And what
wow.
Bill Gates recently said that predicted a 2-day work week will become the norm.
I believe it. I believe it, and I see it, and it's really on a daily basis. You see changes every day. Something new is popping up somewhere, so it's incredible. All right, I'll hit the record button, and we'll get going. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to the AI Wellness Universe live training. So good to see you all here. Exciting times ahead for sure. So we're going to go over some things and we'll look at the platform and kind of go over a few different apps and kind of show you what's new and all that. So I'm excited to have you all here. A beautiful day in Southern California today. We have a small group, so feel free to chime in anytime. You can unmute yourself. I don't think we have any background noise issues. I don't hear anything on Elaine's end, so that's good. If we do have something, I can always mute that person if it's interfering with the meeting. So feel free to jump in, or you can also type anything in the chat at any time as well. Karen, go ahead, Karen.
I did put the questions when I registered this week. I don't know if you got those or not, but I'd be curious.
I'm not sure about that. That's a great question there. Where did you put these questions?
On your form for registering.
Okay. I'm not sure.
In any case, if you didn't get them, then I will ask them during the show.
Excellent, because I did not. I did not. I wasn't aware of that.
I thought, well, I won't wait all throughout and say, wait a minute, I didn't get those questions answered.
Yes, please do. Please ask them and anytime you like, because I didn't catch that yet. So I'll have to make a note of that and make sure I look at that in the future. So this was kind of I wasn't aware of my hosting duties until short notice. Let's put it that way. Um, so and I'm excited. It's fun to do it. So I normally am making the video, so it's great to do it live in real time. So let's go. All right. Okay. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get going. Okay. Everybody seeing that?
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So we are in the command center, the landing page. As usual, I'll go over the top bar here. I like to just kind of do a quick overview and show we got the website right here, tutorials. I don't know if you guys click on these buttons, but it's always a good thing to click on all the buttons and try everything just to get familiar with stuff. So this is the tutorials page and it takes you here and you can register for the meetings here and check things out. So here you go. All the walkthrough videos. I'm sure you are all familiar with this stuff. Did you guys see that pop up? You're seeing this screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, I don't have Christine here to help me out. Register for live trainings here. See where that goes. Boom, takes you to Zoom so you can register so you get these on your calendar so you don't forget. I see you guys here every week. And this is a great core group we have, so I know you're all aware of that for sure. But anybody watching the recording, maybe in the future. And also the support call right here. So this takes you straight to our booking link so you can book a call for support. So everything right there at your fingertips, okay? And let's jump in. I think we talked about the 5D Wellness Connector last week. This is super exciting. I'm so fired up about this because this is kind of what we envisioned from early on. Two-sided marketplace where we're actually bringing wellness seekers together with wellness providers. So I think this is huge. And as our community grows, it'll create opportunity for everybody involved. So we can match up the right wellness seekers with the right provider. So that's pretty cool. And that'll help bring clients into the pipeline for everybody. And we get the right match with the right coach and the right wellness seeker. So that's big. So I like that. That's something we're really excited about. Oh, okay. Let me see here.
So we get listed in there? We put a listing in there, do we, Gary?
Yes, you can do that now. Yes, you can do that now. You can go in there and put your information in. So you'll be available and active in there. Let me see. I got somebody in the waiting room. I see.
So are you guys promoting that? And I suppose we can all promote it too, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's brand new. It's still a little bit in beta. So
Okay,
get your information in there and start checking it out. And we'll be rolling it out more and more. And we're going to start promoting it as well.
cool.
I believe we already are.
That's cool.
Yes, it's exciting. I think that's something I was looking at. Well, Christine and I were both looking at this in the beginning. This is what we kind of were seeing for the future. And now it's
Yeah.
here. I mean, we're talking about all the new things coming out every day and all the time and how AI is learning and growing all the time. So things are moving fast and it's pretty exciting. And now the future is now. Let me see. Let me let somebody in the waiting room real quick. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Okay, hello Dora, welcome. All right, so this support tab on the left right here, this is pretty awesome. I was looking at this earlier. You got your support call. We already looked at that at the top. Um, AI Wellness Universe Community. I don't know if you guys checked this out. This is pretty helpful too. We're getting this community going so we can actually stay up to speed with everything that's going on. So we can all communicate through here. It gives you, Christine's laid out the rules and everything out here and some examples for you to check out. And so I think this is pretty cool to get started. Go in there and introduce yourself, talk a little bit about yourself, and we can start chatting as a community in here and ask questions and get answers. And I think this is probably a good way to start getting some of those questions answered that you have during the week. So we do the live training every week. We can get those questions answered, but during Tuesday to Tuesday, this would be a good place to post any questions, and we can all help each other out, right? The community can come together. If somebody knows the answer, they can answer if they see it sooner than others. And Christine and I are in here every day all the time, so we'll probably catch it pretty quickly as well. So this is the community platform there. And then you got Ask Doc Christine, which she's trained this uh, chat bot basically with all her wisdom and knowledge over her 40-year career, excuse me, already getting talked out. I'm not used to having to talk so much. Got to have some water. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So you can ask Christine anything all the time too. So she's always there 24/7, 365 for you to get questions answered. You have our podcast here.
So if in this one, when we're talking to Christine's avatar,
Yes.
this is a private conversation between us and the bot, right? Like this, the whole community doesn't see this. You can get this.
Right. Yes. No, this will be on your you'll only see it, right? Everything's
Okay.
private and secure in our platform. So yes, you will be
Yeah.
the one seeing it.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. I don't know if you've seen this AI prompt generator. This is pretty cool for people that are not too sure about prompting or want prompting help. You know, you can use this app to create basic prompts for you, especially maybe you don't know exactly what you want to ask or how to get about it. So if you wanted to plug prompts into ChatGPT, if you're still using that, or Claude, Gemini, any of the other forms. I know people sometimes or most times use multiple different platforms. So right here, you can get help with prompting to plug it into ChatGPT. ChatGTP. Why does that always give me a problem? It's like a tongue twister for me. So here's where you can get prompt help. So that's pretty cool too. I like that a lot. A lot of people, when they're first coming on, they're not sure about prompting and what to ask. We're actually going to do a video about that too, just to give some help and guidance there. If there's anything that you guys would like to see or had questions about, this would probably be a good time too. Karen, maybe you want to have a question or something you wanted to look at. We can do that now too, as well, because I'm just kind of going through things. I don't know how much you guys have really been digging into the platform, because there's so much here. I mean, I think we're over 125 apps now, so I know it's a it's a monumental task to get through all of them and play around with them. But that is the best way to learn, is just by poking around and clicking on things and trying things out. It's the best way to get familiar. So I really encourage you to get in here and check all these different categories out and see what's in them, because there's always new stuff popping up too. You might see something that maybe I'm not even aware of sometimes. Things pop up new so quickly sometimes that I can't even keep up. But I think it's a good problem to have. I like it. I like all the change and newness coming out, because every time something new comes out, it's exciting and it's a new tool that we can use for our business. So I like that a lot. Images and video creation right here. There's a lot in here. Look at this one. This one scrolls down quite a bit. I know we highlight this stuff a lot, the easy image creation. This is all good stuff for creating marketing materials for you to put out there in social media.
will you eventually be including a posting app? In other words, there's a new one called, I think it's called Content 360, where once you have your post, you can schedule it for the whole year, different times for the different,
Oh,
whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok.
yes, absolutely. We are automations and are going to be the future. We will be having, well, the super agent now, which is still in the beta phase, so it works, but I think the best thing there is to keep trying it out, and I don't. That way you can get familiar with it and see where the bugs are. That helps us train the system better as well. But the super agents will have a managing agent with several sub agents below that that it can do multiple tasks with one uh, super agent there. That's pretty cool. So you'd be able to go in and say, create a post for uh, Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn or something like that and post it out at this time and it'll schedule it and do all that for you. So that's going to be super helpful.
What is an agent? What is a super agent? What is an agent? I don't understand that term.
It's like pulling several of these chat bots together into one so it can handle multiple tasks for you. Like for instance, creating an image with the image creator and putting that into an email and sending it to one of your contacts on your list. You know, you could say, I need to write an email to send to Feather talking about our upcoming meeting and please and attach an image, create an image to go along with the post. And the post is about this, that, and the other, right? And then it'll put all that into effect and it'll go behind the scenes and make that happen. So the image generator will create the image, it'll send it over to maybe the Facebook post creator and then put it into your email list, which might be your CRM might be attached in there as well under the one super agent, and that would be under that agent might be called outreach manager or something like that, right?
So what I think what you're saying is that the multiple steps needed to accomplish something like a post on a social media account can all be done in one place
Yes.
within
Right.
the, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you can have like 3, 4 different um, apps coming together into one, so it can do that multi-step process for you.
And you already have one of those that you could show us?
Yes.
I hope this is okay to go down this road because I'm really curious about, I've been a data manager for a long time, and the steps involved with, create pulling all the little pieces of data together to get into a list or a CRM, and then putting it out into, let's say, in the old days it was a mail merge, and then printing it and then putting it in the mail. I mean, we have the same issue with electronic. And so, I'm never to accomplish one task, or one goal, I'm always doing, 5 tasks, right? And different platforms before I get it out. So
Right,
you
exactly.
And a lot of that, of course, is because like in LinkedIn, LinkedIn is still, I mean, it has its own AI stuff. It will not let you do other AI. So I have to take what is written along with a picture that I've taken from here and connect what I wrote with the picture and put it into Word so I can post it on LinkedIn
right.
because
Right.
LinkedIn will reject it otherwise. And there again, getting the pictures, say, wanting, and I'm sorry, Feather, let's go.
No, this is
first.
exactly why we're doing this. I think this is what I want to know. Want to know how this works.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. It's feel free to talk about these things. That's what we're here for, is to talk things out. And everybody has different questions, and some other people might know the answers as well. So it's good to have that dialogue. So I like it. And we have a small enough group to where we can allow that to happen. So this isn't a problem. This is real casual. It's just kind of talk through things so we can all learn at the same
But
time.
you were saying with this super agent, and maybe you'll go in it here, and you can create a post and say I want something from my photo shoot in this post. And then I also want something from the creative emotion star. And I want to integrate those two. Can I put my picture in a integrated emotion star something?
Yes, yes. I
And
think
how, and then also writing and how to integrate all of the stars together.
right. That's the exciting part about this is those multi-step tasks that we need done, that it's going to be so much easier with automation. So many things are going to be automated that you'll be able to, and then just with the microphone too, you can just speak to it. I mean, it's like having a group of assistants standing around you, and you're able to tell them what you need. Okay, I need this, that, and each one's taking a little note. Okay, I'm going to get on this one right away. And then they all put it together and boom, put it out for you,
It,
all behind the scenes.
would you go into the super agent to make that all happen?
Yes. So this is, let me move this out of the way here. This is the super agent right here. So you have a communications manager, for instance. And I haven't really gotten into this too much, and that's why we haven't really talked about it, because it's such early beta that there's a lot of little bugs, and people are already overwhelmed, and we have so much going on with 125 plus apps. It's like we don't want to keep throwing more on top of you guys, and especially if it's not going to be working 100% or at least close to 100%, right? Because then that's just going to create more headaches for you if it's not working. And I know how that feels when the frustrations with technology, when you can't get it to work right. It's like, it drives you crazy.
Well, I
So
think you're telling us, Gary, that we should sort of know that this is coming and not
exactly,
rely on it at this time. Is that correct?
exactly.
Okay.
Christine and I will be testing it out more and making sure that everything's working properly. And then we'll do a training focused on this to when we want to fully implement it and put it out there.
All right. Well,
But
thank you for
it's something you can
explaining
look at now and play around with.
and to understand what the agent is. Like I didn't know that word was a word in AI. I didn't know, like, what's an agent? So
Yeah, so
thank
here's some examples. You got a research manager, has a web crawler, real-time retriever, data dart here, Contacto, CRM. See, here's the CRM involved, like I mentioned earlier. And then you got the deep dive, the research specialist. So those are all in one. So you'd be able to do multiple things there.
Wow.
So
You
is
know,
there a way
research
of,
this topic and search the web and find me some links that are, that support this research, so I can have that handy. And then you have your CRM there, so you would have your email list, which you could say send an email about this research that you gathered with the links provided, and they would do all those for you and put it out there and send it to your person that you're asking. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then here's one for content right here. So you got the image creator, video right here, blog writer, and then you can put it in the humanizer too, which helps you humanize it from it not being so AI, right? Because everybody can sniff out the AI these days now, because they're getting familiar with how AI creates content. So the humanizer app, so that's kind of cool. So
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's multiple apps in one basically, and there's one managing agent that puts it all together and helps it. Pretty cool stuff. But we'll get into that more after Christine and I dig into it a little more and make sure everything's working really well for you guys. That way we can put it out and you can use it and it works. And we like
thank
to
you
see
very
it work.
much.
can you show me how to um, use different So I have pictures that have been created here. And some are in the emotions, and some are in the creator, and some are in the photo shoot. How can I create a video or a composite, if it's possible, using those? Is there a way of putting them all in one space so I can say, all right, quick, this is the headshot that I want to use along with this emotional thing, along with this content image, all in one place so that I don't, oh, which one is it? Where did I make this? Where did I not make that? Is that possible?
That's a great question, and I understand exactly what you're talking about because things are all over the place, and I find myself jumping around too from app to app looking for things. So that one I am going to put in the parking lot, and we are going to.
Okay.
I'm going to figure that out for you because right now, off the top of my head, I don't really have a good answer for you on that one.
Well, maybe you can answer this. Is there any such thing as an AI music creator for background music that is licensed, that is,
Yes, there is. I know about it.
is it in here?
I don't know where. I don't think. Oh, Gary, you answer that question. But yes, there is. I know somebody who's a musician who showed us a really amazing thing. He wrote songs and music to go with the songs, you know, the lyrics for his healing journey. And it totally blew me away. I mean, this is a musician who writes his own stuff and he was using AI.
So,
Oh yeah, it's
yeah, I was wondering if that was in here as well. And if we were licensed to use it. Now, this fellow who is a musician probably would not want anybody else using that.
No, he bought, I mean, he subscribes to, well, Gary, you know the answer, probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't avoid AI these days, and I think it's the future. It's gonna keep growing. It's gonna take everything over, I believe. Like you were mentioning about LinkedIn earlier. That's another thing that it's interesting. I don't know how it's gonna play out moving forward, but each app platform you notice is integrating their own AI system into their platform. So you go into almost every platform now and they have the little AI. And some of them make you upgrade to get access to it, but they have the AI to help you expand upon your content or create images, and they're all doing it. So eventually, I'm wondering how that's going to play out. Is it all going to be interconnected to where they're all working together and they'll be able to communicate with each other smoothly? Because we know how right now and in the past and how it's been with like Apple and Android and Microsoft, and getting those systems to work together is a problem, challenging many times, right? I'm sure you've all experienced that. They don't really communicate well together, and they kind of keep their walls up because, it's corporate and it's about money and profits, and they want you to stay in-house. So I think with AI is going to change all that, though, where everything's going to be interconnected and these things will be able to communicate well together and the information will be flowing through all the different platforms. I think that's going to be pretty cool and exciting, and it'll make things more seamless and working a lot smoother. Because right now it's pretty clunky when you have to try to communicate between different apps and systems. It doesn't work real well with the old school guys, but AI is changing all of that. So I think one day you'll be able to just talk to it and say, you know, do this from LinkedIn and send it over here, and hopefully all that stuff will go smoothly and it'll just go. And I think that's what's possible. That's what the super agents basically are, bringing multiple things together under one super agent, as they call it. So I just did what we always recommend, and I went to the little magnifying glass at the top and I just plugged in music because we have so many new things popping up that I haven't even gotten to everything yet. Just with the busy day-to-day stuff going on, I can't always get in here and check out the new apps and learn them right away. So I put in music and we got the AI music generator. So this is actually the first time I'm looking at this, so we're all seeing it together. And it says create custom music tracks with AI technology, perfect for videos, presentation, podcasts, and more. So I think this is something about what you were talking about. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that's great. Thank you. And I see the web funnel builders, and I don't want to take anybody else's questions away, but so please override me. I'm getting but
No, you're
that
good. That's what we're here for. So
the
go ahead.
the web funnel builders, could you take a look at that in real time? And
Yeah, of course. So yeah, the music one looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have to dig into this after the
yeah,
call.
that looks great.
You can adjust the duration and all that. So yeah, boom, we have it. Didn't even know. Web funnel builders, web funnel builders. Okay, here you go. Simple website star. Yes. So let's see what we have here. Shared websites, all websites. So you want to create a new website, import a website, share URL. Let's click on that. So here you could put your website in and work from there, or you can create an entirely new website here, and it'll take you through the steps of building it out.
Okay, so that is a website builder, not necessarily a funnel per se.
Yes, this is part of a funnel, which would be your website part. Let me see. We have we have more stuff than that. Why is there only one thing under that?
Gary, if you go into the funnels, can you show us how to put video in the funnel? I'm building funnel and I'm getting stuck completely. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, it is challenging, I know for sure. We a lot of times with those funnels, like I think we did have a call with you before, Eva. We might have to do that again so we can work through some of these things. I think with the funnel builds and the website builds, they really you got to really get into the weeds a little bit on some of these things. And today, I don't know if we want to do that on the call because it's more of a high level overview. But as far as putting a video in there, that would probably be a little more involved. So I think we would need more time to do that. I think we should probably get together and work that out for you and help you. Because I know we've been working on, we did that a few weeks ago, maybe even a month or two ago, right? When we had a call with you.
No, I didn't schedule a call. I kind of I got stuck and got some working on something else. Yeah, I couldn't figure out things. Even
Yeah, I know it's hard. I know when the first time when I was in there building and stuff, it gets it can get a little bit frustrating. I know technology it leads to frustration many times just because things aren't always working the way we want them to work. And sometimes that has to do with the app or it has to do with the internet, things glitch out. So, and when you're trying to do the same step over and over and you can't get it right, that's just like, gets you really wound up, I'd say. So I would like to get together and go over that with Christine and I and put some time into it for you so we can help you get through that process. Because I
I,
think that's something really important.
I think I'm in the same boat. I've gotten into it and then gotten lost. And so kind of, you know, I,
Right.
I would say I've gotten my toes wet. And
Yes,
then
and that's good. That's good. This
that's
is
it.
what we like. I think the best thing is to you get in there, you get hands on, you poke around and dig around as much as possible. Try as many things as you can, get through the steps. You run into an obstacle, and then that's where you reach out for support, and then we get together and help walk you through that. And that's the way I think it's the best for learning too, because you're doing it hands on. You find out where you have issues, you know exactly where you're stuck, and then we can work through that step. And then you're learning how to do that for future reference as well. So I think that's important.
Do you have a handle on how long it takes to get this AI working in your own voice? Uh, I have tried 100 times to try and get my energy, my voice, my content more vibrant, more alive, more fun, and it comes out the same every time.
Yeah, it's hard to put a time frame on that, or it's really because it really depends on the use. Each time you're using it, the system you're training it, and it's learning how you interact with it.
Yeah.
So it depends on, like, now if you're in here several hours a day and you're doing all kinds of tasks in here, you're training it quicker. But if you're just, and you're here a little bit, a couple times a week or something, it's going to take that much longer. But I think it's just use over time. That's what I found with me. The more I used it, and I'm using it quite a bit, um, every day. So it's picked up on my voice, and because I'll ask to maybe create a post, say for an example, and I'll get the post. It'll generate the post. I'll read through it, and then I'll say, okay, let's make this same style of post, but in my voice. And then it comes out and I read through it and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me, right? And it took some time though. And it took a lot of use. I mean, hours of inputs for it to
Does,
get familiar.
does that carry over into other stars? Because basically what I'm finding is if I'm in one place, I have to retrain it, or there is no training. It just will not come out in my voice, no matter how many times. All right, let's try it this way. Please do it this way. This is my intention. This is how many words can I use?
And that's,
You
but that's
know?
exactly what you have to do. The more it has to do with the more inputting that you're putting
But
into the system.
does it go through each? Would it remember me? Say, I did the website star and the blog writer. Uh, to go on my website, would it recognize?
In the future it will. I don't know if we're there yet because the
Okay.
the memory
Okay.
portion the memory portion is actually fairly new, really new.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That explains why I have to
yes, so you probably only started capturing the memories for
in
you
one
like maybe
place.
the last. It's only been a few weeks, I think, since we really started getting that memory part implemented into the system. So
Okay.
it's happening now, but of course it's going to take time. And the more use that you are in here using the system is going to help train that. So I think the best thing is to use as many of these apps as often as possible, and repetition, and it's going to get to learn you that much quicker. And the more you're inputting in too, because I know we talk about that minimal prompting is needed in our system. So if you're just using short prompts, like a couple words, it's going to take that much longer. So the more you can detail your prompts and put more of your personality and your voice into it, the quicker it's going to learn it and start. And it'll learn, and AI learns so quick. So I don't think it'll take long. It's just using it more often and trying to put more thought into your inputs, more detail, more color, more of your voice and personality into it. So it'll train that much quicker.
So
I
Does
think
does
it's
it
super
have the
helpful.
capacity?
question about that. Um, oh, so,
I have some
um,
questions too. Oh, you go first, Heather, though. Heather.
so, so, I saw a demonstration of Claude where you can tell it to actually write something in like a famous writer's voice.
Yes.
And then and it was so amazing because you could type in a paragraph and ask for it to show you the like 3 or 4 different writers' voices. But my understanding of how getting our own voice in here is the more we input, which you just described, but can we also just upload like the reams of stuff we've already written into
Yes,
AI?
absolutely. Yes,
Because that would be a really fast way, Karen, if you've written stuff over the years, just
that's a great
upload
point.
those
Great
documents.
point, Heather. Great
And
point. We
and
talked
where
about
would
that
you,
last week.
yeah,
And
where
where would you upload it to?
That's, you put that in the vault.
okay, and
We
where's the
went over
vault?
that
Where's
last
that?
week. It might not have been on the live training call. I can't remember. We have so many calls, but I remember talking about it last week. The vault.
Where's the
Uh,
vault?
Yeah.
so go here.
But I mean, for those of us who've been writing stuff for years, it seems like we can train it by what we've done in the past. And I've also told it to go look at my two websites. Uh,
Yes. Yes. This is great, Heather. I'm glad you're talking about this. This is perfect for what Karen's asking. So Karen, that this is a way that you can actually get it trained up much quicker.
Okay.
Where is the
All
vault?
your
I'm
stuff
trying to
into
find
the
it.
vault. It's called the File Management Star
Where
Vault.
is it then?
I just searched it from the magnifying glass. That's the quickest way to find things in our system because we have so much now. And and we're always moving things around because we're trying to get it more organized and cleaner for you. But in that process, that actually makes it harder for me to remember and Christine to remember exactly where things are because we're trying to organize it better, but then we can't remember, well, we moved it from here to there. Eventually, when it's all clean and it's pretty close now, then we'll know right where to go. But I think when you have over 125 apps to try to thumb through all these different categories and find what you're looking for, it'll take you a few minutes, maybe several minutes. So it's easiest just to go to the magnifying glass, type in whatever you're looking for.
What's it called again? Because I didn't find the vault.
File Management Star.
File.
So I just
Okay,
searched vault and it came
there you
up right
go.
here.
File management star. Okay.
Yeah. And then you can put all your stuff in there. All your, I mean, that's how Christine trained her bot. She's put all her work.
How you put it in there? Where do you put it?
And then you have like 5 terabytes too. So there's so much storage. You just go to the plus new button. It's the button right here. Upload files. Create a new folder if you need a new folder.
Thank you.
Upload
And
files.
does this then translate across the different tools?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's good
So
to know.
I'm glad this came up. Yeah, exactly. This is so important because with Karen's question about training it, this is the way to really accelerate that process right here. So I think that's what you need to do, Karen. Put a lot of your work in here, or all your work, whatever you want to work with, you put it in here. Start uploading and letting the system have all that information. It'll pull from there.
And then are you notified when something, if it seems like, and I may be mistaken here, but it seems like when I use a photograph or a blog that I generated from here, Christine always responds almost immediately. When I put it in LinkedIn or in Facebook, she responds almost immediately. And I'm wondering, is there a way that, oh, wait a minute, Karen used one of our things, so I'm going to respond.
No, the system doesn't tell us any of that. We
It
don't see
doesn't.
any of that. No, it's that
I
would
just find it curiosity, and there are no coincidences here.
yeah, you're right 100%. But no, we don't know anything that you're doing in here at all. We can't see it. It doesn't notify us. We have no idea. It doesn't
Okay.
show us anything. Each person has their own individual login, which keeps everything private to you. So if she's seeing it, maybe she's getting notified on LinkedIn or those platforms that, hey, because I know I get those all day long. Like, oh, Christine posted 3 posts. It comes up on my LinkedIn notifications, and
Right.
then I click on it and stuff. So she's probably getting notified that way because she's always in there. She's in LinkedIn, she's in Facebook. She has those certain apps that she frequents and she's involved and engaged in, especially on Facebook. She's there. So she's in them probably multiple times a day looking at stuff and then commenting on it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the social media part. Um, I don't like getting sucked in, right? I'll go in there to look at one thing and next thing you know, it's 15, 20, 30 minutes later and I'm scrolling through things that I'm like, I don't have, I can't be taking the time to do that. So I kind of stay away from it because I will get sucked in. And I know myself, so I'm like, okay, I don't even want to. I pop in and out and check my notifications and then get the heck out and get back to work so I don't get trapped. It's easy to do. I think we've
Gary,
all.
I'm noticing I haven't put anything in the file management Star Vault that I know of. Maybe I've saved some images, but I noticed it's 5 terabytes. That's a lot of storage, isn't it?
Yes, it is a lot. I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's why you want to put your life
Massive.
work in there, right?
I mean, you can use a lot up if you were to have videos in there, I think. You could use that pretty fast, right?
No,
You can use
I
it
don't
up.
think you could use fast.
No?
That's
It's a lot.
storage.
It's a lot. And I mean, it's the reason it's a lot is because you want to put your life's work in there and be able to maybe create your own chatbot off of you could have your own avatar, your own bot in there to answer questions for your clients and say, here, you have access to me, 24/7. Go into my app right here and ask anything you want when you can't reach me. There's a way you can still get answers to your questions immediately. And they can do that. Like Doc Christine's app in here. She's put all her stuff in there, all her work and experience over 40 years. So now that chatbot is able to answer just about probably any question people would have.
So you can
Oh yeah, it's
upload
pretty cool.
something from your computer that you've written or posted or something, and you can keep them all organized here?
Yes,
Huh.
Yeah. It's just another storage unit. I mean, it's like the Google Cloud, right?
right,
Yeah.
right,
So one of the
exactly.
things I was just thinking of, Karen, is that I could go in and make a folder from my many different folders of the things that I've written over the years that might relate to what I want to do with the AI, make a folder on my computer and then just upload the whole thing at once because
Yeah.
it's saying upload files. So I'm pretty sure I could make a zip file and then just upload the whole thing. I'll try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great idea. Thank you, Feather, and thank you, Gary.
Yes, absolutely. I think we have so much here that sometimes things we don't like. This is something we should really put an emphasis on and talk about more. But I think the memory aspect of this whole platform is really new. It's only a few weeks that they really put a focus on that because I think so many people were asking that question, how do I train it to speak in my voice? I mean, that's so important to everybody
Mhm.
that they finally made it happen. More so than it was in the past. So now that brings this vault into play more. So we definitely need to talk about that more. And I'm glad that we got that out today. And that's what these Tuesdays are for, exactly this.
Mm.
And we all kind of this
And it,
opened our
we
eyes.
we first met, I was feeling overwhelmed with the idea of like uploading individual files. And even this, like with especially images that I want to use. I mean, now I could go into my image library and take some albums and just upload the albums, it looks like. I'm gonna try this. I mean, this is pretty exciting.
It
Mhm.
is very exciting. And
Yeah.
the key is just getting in here and working it, getting and interacting with the system because you'll be amazed how fast you'll learn. And then when you look back, like you just mentioned, I mean, I do it too. I'm just like, wow, I remember how clunky it was in the beginning. I didn't know where to go, what to do. And now I'm just whipping around, I know right what I'm doing. And it's once you get a handle on that, it's amazing. I mean, you'll spend so much more time in the system because you can run your business from this one platform. And that's where the great time savings comes in because you're not jumping from platform to platform. You don't have 100 tabs open on your computer and having to go in and out of different things. You can do everything within this system. And so that's a huge time savings. It has been for me. And it's shaved hours off my week. And it just keeps getting better and better too. And the more you use it, the better it gets because it's being trained by you. But uploading your files is a good way to speed up that process.
What's
And
also very helpful are your YouTube videos.
Oh, thank you. I'm always trying to think of basically a lot of things I'm putting on there are things that I'm working on or learning myself or studying, trying to get better at. And I'm like, I think this would be helpful for people. We're all pretty much going through this journey together. We're all trying to build a business on our own. And I'm just so happy to have this community and the support of the community. Before this, I was just out there floundering around on my own and trying to search the internet for help and support. And, it's spotty at best. And now we're all going through the same journey at the same time together in real time. And we have these awesome tools at our disposal to use and we keep getting more and they keep getting better and pretty soon we're all going to be pros and experts and then we're going to be able to pass that on to our clients and others and we're just going to keep growing and lifting up. So it's huge. It's so exciting. I can't um, it's hard for me to take time out to have breaks. At night I'm in bed, I'm still on my phone because I'm laying there trying to unwind and relax, but then an idea pops in my head and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get this down because I'll forget it by the morning. And then I'm back on my phone and then that leads to something else. And then I'm like, oh, another 30 minutes goes by, another hour. I'm like, I almost don't want to go to sleep sometimes because there's just so much to do. But it's not like work. Like when I was in the corporate world for over 30 years, I mean, that was work. You dreaded it many times. Now it's like I'm excited to work. It's not work to me really. It's just it's what I do now.
Well, you
And
need to use that sleep app and turn your mind off, do some havening, and get yourself
I do. I actually
chilled
went on a hike
out.
yesterday. I went on a hike yesterday, Monday. I do my hiking on like Friday or Saturday at the end of the week because by the end of the week I'm just so tired. I feel it. I feel it coming on by like Thursday, Friday. I'm like, okay, I know it's been a long week and I'm starting to feel it a little bit. And that's when I know, okay, I need to go and get out in nature, couple
Yeah.
hours, soak it in, and that's just a instant recharge
Yeah.
and boost. So I love that. But I actually did a hike yesterday morning to start my week off, which was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The weather was just so perfect. I'm like, I need to get out, and it was a bright blue sky. I posted a little short 30-second video just to show the blue sky. I love when I'm outside and I do a video and you see the bright blue sky in the background. It's so deep and rich. Like I got to show this to the world because it feels good and it really pops off the screen. And of course, it's even more beautiful in person. So yeah, I got out there and enjoyed that. So I do take my breaks and I do get my sleep. I always get 7, 8 hours of sleep. Actually getting more now than I used to. I used to run off of like 5 to 6 hours. But I've been getting good sleep and I feel great and I'm energized and it's so exciting. This stuff fuels me, right? Because a year ago at this time, I was on my own and struggling and it was just hard. And now, I mean, we've come a long way in like the last 7 months with this system. And it's really changed everything. And I hope it's doing the same for you. And the more you use it, the more it makes changes and makes your life easier. And you'll start noticing that you have more time to focus on the priorities, the good
How did
stuff.
you and
Me,
Christine, how did you and Christine ever meet? You're in California, she's in Canada. How did you ever hook up for working on this program?
we met about a year ago. It was about summer of last year. So around this time, I think it was might even have been March. It might be over a year now. I'm not sure exactly when, but we were on a group call, like a networking call, I think. And I met her on there one time, and then I started seeing her a couple other times with another business we were working on, a nutrition supplement business that we're both involved in. And so after seeing her a couple times and interacting with her, and I was just like, wow, every time she talked, I was like, she is so knowledgeable. She knows so much. I couldn't believe it. So I just reached out to her and was like, I wanted to get involved with coaching at the time because I had changed my lifestyle from the corporate world. It really took a toll on my body and my health. And I was getting really deep into health and wellness for myself. And then I was like, I dropped 80 pounds. I
Wow.
transformed my lifestyle and adopted a healthy lifestyle and wanted to do more. And I'm like, I should help other people do this because I see so many people out there all the time. You hear it all day, every day, people struggling with weight loss and their health and stuff like that. And even my friends, I mean, we used to create challenges and bet each other just so we could try to stay on track with losing weight, right? And we're doing the yo-yo thing, go up and down, up and down, up and down forever. And I finally mastered it. When I got out of the corporate world, I had the time to really focus on that. And I mastered it. I started intermittent fasting. I started multi-day fasting, like 7-day water fasts, water only fast. Did several of those, cleaned out my system because I knew it was so polluted for um, years of neglect and abuse from the foods that we eat and drinking. I was in the beer industry for 17 years, so of course I loved my beer. I don't drink anymore. I stopped in December 2021 when I changed my whole life. So I was at the doctor and I was on the scale and I was just like, wow, I ballooned up. My lab results were poor. And I was like, okay, this stops here. That day, I stopped everything. I said, okay, I'm not going to drink. The main reason I quit drinking was to lose weight. I said, I'm going to quit drinking for a while because I know beer is making me bloated and fat. And it ended up feeling so good. I never went back to drinking because I'm like, well, why do I want to put that in now? I'm too clean now. I fasted, got all this crap out. So I'm too clean and I feel too good. So I pretty much drink water. And I love water. And I don't drink anything else. I'll have tea once in a while, and I make a drink in the morning with raw cacao powder, with a little raw honey and cinnamon, and a little raw heavy whipping cream. And I make that. I call it my cacao elixir. That's one thing I drink and that's pretty much mostly water too, but that's the one thing I drink with a little something in it. So it's that I eliminated coffee. So I drink my cacao drink in the morning and I'll maybe have tea once in a while. Other than that, it's water. And it could maybe even infused water with some lemon or other things, some berries or cucumber, whatever. But it's rare. I think water is so delicious. It's pretty crazy. I used to not drink water really hardly at all. I was drinking beer or maybe soda or something. And I eliminated all that. So I'm a water guy. And when I drink it, I'm like, so refreshing. I love it.
Well, you two are a great match. Thanks for giving us
Thank
that
you.
back.
Thank you. I think we make a great team and we're building something great and we're excited about it. And I'm glad that you all are here with us to go on this journey with us because I see us, we're gonna uplift everyone. I mean, that's the goal. We want to help people feel better and do better in their life. And I was telling my wife last night, um, in this digital age that we're in and with technology, where it's at with AI and everything, anything's possible. I think we're gonna see like a boom in entrepreneurship because there's nothing to hold you back anymore. You can do anything you want, literally. You can ask AI, tell me how to, I want to make a candle business. I want to make my own candles. Give me a step by step, write me a business plan, give me a step by step process to learn how to make candles and market candles and bring those out to the marketplace. And it'll boom, 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 walk you through it, hold your hand through the whole process. So there's no reason to not do something that you're passionate about now and something purposeful, something you want to do. I spent 35 years in the corporate world and I was never a fan. I never felt like I fit there. I don't compromise in my, values and principles and beliefs. And it was harder for me to excel in that environment because they like people that will look the other way and toe the line and, drink the Kool-Aid, as they say. And that's not me. I've always been a against the grain type of guy, and I speak up when things aren't right, and they don't like that too much. It held me back a little bit. I was still able to excel and move up, but I never really wanted to go into that upper management level. I always stayed, maybe middle management or below because I didn't want to be in that position to where they own you literally, and they're going to make you do things you don't want to do. And I'm like, no, that's not for me. So I'm excited about this time now that we live in where anything's possible. And now I work on things that I'm passionate about and that I want to work on. So I really feel like I don't even work. I feel like I'm retired and I'm having a good time connecting with people on a daily basis, and I enjoy it.
So, Gary, how are you and Christine making an income out of this? Because it's not from what I'm paying you. And we're all here because we're entrepreneurs. I mean, in my case, what I need is clients. I need the client connections, and I haven't figured that out yet. When I have a client, when I have even a conversation with somebody who's a potential client, they usually enroll with me. But because what I do kind of helps them quickly, I need a stream. So I'm curious about how you and Christina are making it work. Because
It's an
we're not
excellent
the
question.
stream. Those of us who showed up here, we're not the income stream, right?
Right. It's a slow grind. And the thing about being an entrepreneur is you need several streams of income, not just
Okay.
one.
Right.
I think you want at least five. I would say if you get five or more, you're doing well. So we're into multiple things and we're bringing more things on all the time. So I always joke around that I used to joke with my family that I'm a volunteer, right? Because I'm working for free. It's so much different from the corporate world where you have a guaranteed paycheck.
Okay.
And my daughter was all, "You're an intern." And I'm like, "Hey, there you go. That sounds better. I'm an intern." That's what it feels like. But I have other businesses. I'm into commodities. I'm a commodities trader and investor. And I did have a lengthy 35-year corporate career. So I've invested money, and I'm into commodities and hard assets. So that has provided me the opportunity to be able to do these things and not get paid at this time. And that's really a struggle of being an entrepreneur. I mean, that's why the failure rate is so high because it's hard to work for free and not bring in any income and still keep things moving. So it's always good to have multiple streams, and it gets hard at times. Sometimes I find myself in illiquid because a lot of my assets are tied up um, in commodities and um, things that I can't liquidate quickly, or I don't want to liquidate because I know the time isn't right. Like if you're familiar with maybe precious metals or real money, I call it. Silver and gold are money. They always have been from all of history, right? People are um, fooled by the paper money. They worship the paper money, which there's nothing backing it. And that's why we're in the mess that we're in. So I'm a big advocate for real money, silver and gold. And those have been on a tremendous upswing. So I'm very happy about that. And
Do you use AI to help you with your training, with your trading?
no, I'm not, I don't do day trading or anything like that. I'm more of a long-term
Gotcha.
investor. Yeah, I'm long-term. I don't do the day trading thing. I think there's going to be a lot of challenges there in the near future because I believe we are going to get back to um, um, a hard asset backed currency. We have to. The path we're on is unsustainable, as we all know. I mean, it's being propped up now. I believe a lot of the things have already happened behind the scenes that they're hiding from the public because of different reasons. Because, you know, if everybody started getting into like gold and silver, I mean, that would destroy the Fed and bury the banks basically. So they keep people distracted and they keep people, you know, they promote the Bitcoin and the derivatives, which are more of the same, empty, nothing behind them. So a lot of smoke and mirrors going on. And
Blockchain, whatever that is.
yeah, that's a whole nother topic. I could speak on it for hours on this. I'm really passionate in that area too. So I'm big on in that area, commodities, hard assets, and then health and wellness. Those are my two passions and joys.
So within our AI wellness assets that you've given us, what do you feel or know that are the most important places to focus if we were to have more than one income stream? Because, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm a havening techniques practitioner. All I do is, you know, I work one-on-one with clients and I give basically workshops online. So those are the two things. And I never even charge for the workshops. So I've started to charge for the workshops, but it's like tiny. Not anything like what you and Christine do, for like, let's say for the book workshop. So what in the wellness universe do you feel like are our assets for getting an income stream going, even our own? Do you have, I mean, do you have an opinion about that?
Well, um, it's it's kind of hard to say, really, right off the top of my head. Hi,
Okay.
Sujan. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I just let you in. We're actually wrapping up. We're actually going long.
Oh, you have another meeting.
We
Oh,
were
sorry.
supposed to end at 9. No, I don't have another meeting on the. Let me check my calendar to be sure. I'm enjoying the conversation. I went long and I noticed the
guys.
time, but I didn't care
Bye,
because it's
Melanie.
so good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm good. No, we're good for a minute. We got a minute.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's there's so many opportunities, like I said, with AI. So this is even a question you can ask the coaching bots in our system. That's what
Okay.
I do a lot of times. I would ask Christine, what are some ideas of other revenue streams I can bring into my ecosystem? And this
Right.
is what I do. I'm this practitioner or coach. Give me
Right.
some ideas. I really rely on our system heavily for a lot of these questions because you'll get the answers and you'll get the ideas, the ones I can't think of off the top of my head.
Right.
And I know I would have many if I took the time to think about it, but ask the bot and get some ideas, and then you start implementing those one by one.
That's
I
a
would shoot
perfect
for
answer.
5.
That's a
Set a,
perfect answer.
thank you. Set a goal for 5 though. Say, you know, I want to get 5 income streams flowing,
Yeah.
and that'll help you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for
Absolutely.
the extra time today. It was great.
It was great. I enjoyed it. We have a great group here. You guys show up every week. I'm excited to see you every week. I look forward to these. I look forward to Tuesdays. It's one of my favorite days because I'm going to meet with all of you and we get to talk shop and I get to answer questions and we get to show you around the system. I think a lot of times people don't realize what they have in their hands. I mean, this system is incredible and you can do a lot with it. So the more I can showcase that and show you hands-on how to navigate some of these different apps, I'm happy because then you get to go back and play around with it and then you learn more and then you get some more of your time back. And I think that's big. And you'll see is the more you use the system that life will get easier for you. And, you know, a few weeks from now or a month or two down the road, we're going to be talking about, yeah, I remember when we in the early days when everything was so clunky and rough and challenging. You know, it was frustrating at times, but now we're smooth sailing and, you know, life is good. So,
Yeah. Thank you.
so thank
Thank
you
you
all for
very
being here.
much.
We'll cut it.
Okay.
We went 15 minutes over, but I enjoyed every minute and it was great to be with you all. So have a great day and a great rest of your week. And we'll talk soon and stay in touch with the emails and everything and know what's going on in the universe. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Gary. Appreciate your
Bye.
patience and explanations.
Of course, anytime. Bye.